Hi, I'm Caleb Giddings from Gun Nuts Media, and this is our final review of the Kimber Pro Carry II in stainless. This is a 9mm 1911 pattern pistol with a 4-inch barrel. One of the things I do like about it is it has this awesome bull barrel on it. Before the internet safety Nazis crucify me, there, look, guns unloaded. Anyway, so I like the bull barrel on it. It's actually a very accurate gun. I've shot it quite extensively. As you know, our testing protocol is 2,000 rounds. This gun has fired 2,012 rounds, and it ended up with a final score on the test of 90 points. Let's go into some detail on that. If you've never seen one of our videos before, what we do is we take 1911s, we shoot 2,000 rounds through them, we run them through a series of tests. They lose 1 point for 1 point. Look at my little pinky finger, how dainty. They lose 1 point for every failure to feed, failure to extract, blah, 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 that can be determined to be gun-related and not ammo-related. They lose 10 points if they fail the very important 10-8 function test, because as we know, not all 1911 extractors are created equal. And then they'll lose more points if there are armor issues, if I have to repair parts or do things that would be outside what I would expect to do if I was shooting, say, a Glock for 2,000 rounds. Now, one thing that I did do to this gun, it is not losing any points for it, but I replaced the stocks because I have problems with most factory wood stocks, all right? They're slippery and blah-de-blah, and they don't give you good grip on the gun. These are VZ grips, and they give you much better traction on the pistol. So, let's get into the gun score. This gun started out of the box. It failed the 10-8 performance function check, which I was a little disappointed by. That normally would have been 10 points off, and it was. However, I read through the user's manual. I had some emails with Kimber. Kimber actually recommends that their guns get a 500 round, 500 round break-in period. I don't normally believe in break-in periods, but because we're testing these guns and we're trying to be objective about it and not just hoodly-hoo, I decided to follow the manufacturer's guidelines, give the gun a 500 round break-in period, and then redo the 10-8 performance function test. If it passed after the 500 round break-in period, I would add 5 points back to the score. I still expect a gun to pass the function test out of the box, but because of the break-in period, I was willing to be lenient with that one, give it 5 points back. So we did the break-in period. The gun had 4 malfunctions during the break-in period, all of which I am counting against it. And then after the break-in period, it fired another 1,500 rounds and had 1 failure. And it passed the 10-8 performance test the second time around. So the final score for the gun is going to be 90 out of 100. That seems like a pretty solid score, and I would say it's an excellent score for a 4-inch 1911 in 9mm. Yes, I have had guns that have gotten a perfect score, including the wildly improbable Rock Island perfect score 5-inch 1911, but that gun is magic. It's made out of magic. So, Kimber ended up with a final score of 90. So now I want to talk to you about the gun itself, some things I like, some things I don't like, and what I would like to change about this gun. The first thing that I want to talk about, we're going to talk about the stuff I like. It's a very nice gun. It's very pretty to look at, actually. Like, aesthetics are important, and I get, yes, all guns are tools, and you should be willing to stomp it in a mud hole and blah-de-blah. That's fine, and I would, because it is a tool. It's just a very nice-looking tool. I like the slightly different color finish of the slide versus the frame, and I think with the VZ grips I have on here, it just looks really neat. So, aesthetics are on point for this gun. Now, things that actually matter, I like how accurate it is. It is extremely accurate. Like I said, this bull barrel makes the gun very accurate. It makes it a pain in the ass to take apart, but very accurate, and that's important. I like the sights for target shooting because they enhance that accuracy. They're just traditional black-on-black sights. They're serrated, so they've got good, so that they don't catch glare and stuff like that, and they're very good sights. I'm gonna come back to the sights. Trigger pull's nice. It's about 4.5, 5-ish pounds, which is about what you would expect for a carry gun out of the box. I have 1911s with lighter triggers. I could lighten this trigger up. I'm not going to because it's just fine the way it is. That's good coffee, by the way. If any of y'all from the Midwest and you've never been to Casey's, their coffee is on point. Actually, and if you're not from the Midwest and you've never been to Casey's, I feel sad for you. Anyway, back to the gun. So, I like it. It's accurate. It's reliable. I like that it's really lightweight. Now that I'm done testing this, I'm back to carrying a 5-inch all-steel gun, and I already miss this. I miss the lightness. I miss the fact that it conceals really easily. I miss that it holds 10 rounds, which I really like in a 1911. So in general, I think this is an excellent carry gun, and I like everything about it. I like the way it's set up. I like like I said, I like all of the functional stuff. There's only really 2 major complaints I have with this gun, and one of them is actually something that I like as a target gun. So as a target gun, I like these sights. I like that they're black on black, they're easy to acquire, they give you good contrast. If I'm aiming at, something downrange, I can get really good contrast on my front sight. But I don't like them for carry sights. And this is a carry gun. This is an excellent carry gun, but I don't like these for carry sights. I think they should be tritium. They should be, in a perfect world, they would be straight 8 tritiums. They would have, one little white dot back here and a big friggin' dot of awesomeness up here. And that would be in a perfect world, and that would make me very happy. I think that carry guns should have sights that you can see really well in low light. Some people like fibers, some people like tritium, some people like big dots, whatever, I don't care, but they should be on a carry gun. And that leads me to the last thing that I don't like is there's no texturing of any type on the front strap. Now, I don't need aggressive turbo checkering or anything like that, but I want something. It doesn't need to be stippled to 25 LPI and cut my hand up, but something. Something more than nothing would be optimal. That's pretty much it for this review. I like this gun. I think that it is an excellent carry gun. I really do. I have been carrying this gun every day for months now, including through when I had to take some downtime off of writing and shooting videos and shooting guns to go do my real jobs out there for, what the other stuff I do. But I can't really think of anything bad to say about this gun. I kind of want to go back to the break-in period and talk about that some more, because I don't normally believe in break-in periods for guns. I think it's nonsense. And I still kind of don't, and I'm sort of torn, but this gun, it was night and day. In the 500 rounds initially that I fired through this gun, we had 4 malfunctions. It failed the 10-8 performance test. We actually had more than 4 malfunctions, but I couldn't determine if some of them were not ammo related or gun related, so I didn't count them. After the 500 rounds, the gun was a completely different gun. It was reliable. It went through 1,500 rounds with 1 failure to extract, no failures to feed, passed the 10-8 performance test. So I still don't like break-in periods. I still think it's dumb. I think I should go, especially for a gun like this that costs like $1,000, I think I should be able to go to the store, buy it, lubricate it, load it, stick it in my appendix holster, and be ready to go. But with this gun, I couldn't do that. But then I could carry it afterwards. So it's kind of a sticky wicket for me as a shooter, because I've had other 1911s that have run out of the box with no break-in periods or anything like that. So what do you guys think? Do you think break-in periods are necessary? Do you think a 90 is a good score for this gun? I do. If you have comments, drop them down there. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can do that and give us money so that we don't have to run ads and blah-de-blah. And if you support us on Patreon, I'll do a video with my dog. I'm Caleb Giddings. Thanks for watching.